With the way Keyshawn has had the ball in his hands and closed games for you this season, how important was it to see Curtis do that tonight?
Well, I think, Keyshawn has been very, commanding of games, specifically late in the way that we've played. There's been so many times where his ability to attack the rim and the paint and make plays, he's somebody like his competitive spirit and his drive is at such a high level. And so on our team, what's neat to see is that, again, it doesn't always have to be the same guy. And Keyshawn had pretty much been that guy up until this point for this season. And then Kurt today, in a major way, made play after shot. And so many clutch ones, the big three late that gave us some separation. So I think it's great for our team because night in and night out, you're going to need it to be different guys. You're going to have different challenges that present themselves for one reason or another. And Kurt's a guy who's a terrific worker. Tremendous character guy that puts the time in, and he's earned the right to have that confidence. So as somebody that, as the leader of this program, when you see a guy who puts the work in and then it pays off for him, those are moments as a coach where you feel really proud.
Coach obviously talked about going back to Taman, obviously of recent, he hasn't struggled to kind of shoot the ball. I know you call him a superhero with everything he does with his hustle plays and playmaking abilities. And you saw in the first half he missed all 3 of his shot attempts. What did it mean for him to kind of bounce back and kind of see the ball go through the hoop, just confidence-wise going forward?
Yeah, it's, again, Taman shot 39% from 3 last year, and he was a guy that we counted on to make big shots. He's dealt with various injuries and challenges that, most guys probably wouldn't, be able to play through, and he does, and we appreciate it. And at the same time, for him, when you put the work in that he does, when you see that first one go through, you could see a look in his eye at half that he was able to dial in some mental toughness to dig deep. And then when that first one goes in and you see that rhythm, his confidence took a whole nother step forward. So Taman is a superhero. Like I said, he is so much of what he does doesn't make sense, but it works. He's a winner, and just really proud of him to step up and make those shots, and fortunate to be his coach.
How much does a game like that, where you keep responding and on the scoreboard you're not really making progress? Obviously there was some in the second half, but you keep responding and finally hit it near the end of the game, especially right before a Big 12 play.
Yeah, no, I kept looking at the scoreboard, and not to say my math is great, but every time I looked up there, it just seemed like we were always down 5, we're always down 6, now we're down 8, and you felt like there was times we were playing the way we needed to play offensively, but we weren't as focused on the defensive side like we needed to be. So, again, I think our guys have a lot of pride, a lot of confidence, a lot of togetherness. That showed up for us late when it was, really in the balance, and we needed to step up. As we move forward, it's my job to make sure that we play that way for the full 40 minutes, and we'll continue to put our focus into doing that.
TJ, how much added stress does it put on a defense when you go up against a team that just loves to look for the open man or make that extra pass?
Yeah, it does. They move the ball great. They did a great job putting us in space. We didn't guard the basketball the way we wanted. Tremendous willingness by them to make the extra pass and keep moving it. It gives us some challenges. I think, when I look back at like last year and some of the times we struggled, it was teams that were able to keep the ball moving like that, and they did a phenomenal job finding the open man, and then you still have to make the shot. And early they certainly did that, and we were fortunate. Later we were a little better with some of our contests, a little better on the basketball, gave us a better chance to get stops.
Thanks, everyone.